my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we, baby? Yes, yes, yes. We have new t-shirts, my darlings. We have our Powerpuff Superwoman. It had to be her. It could not be anybody else. As you very well know, she is the first and front and center of every episode, and she represents us. She represents all of us. She represents our strength. She represents our fabulosity. She represents eating our salads and minding our business. And baby, what is delayed is not denied. We have come out with the baby blue, and when you turn around, we have what is delayed is not denied. We did longer sleeves this time around for our girlies. For those of you that are conscious of your upper arms, I got you, mama. We also have what? The crew neck, so that you are comfortable with your limousine girlies and you can go everywhere and anywhere. We have no tags. Instead, I made sure that it was a print so that you have no reactions. There you go, my darlings. Are we living and loving? Beautiful cotton. Might I add that we ship internationally. We have it in our beautiful sky blue for a punch of color for spring. We also have it in cream, my darlings. Yes, yes, yes. And sizes small to 4X. I went out yesterday. Was it day before yesterday? And when I tell you the amount of compliments that I got, I screamed. I was like, is there something that I do not know? And I was so impressed with the amount of guys that said, I need this for my mom, I need this for my wife, I need it for my girlfriend, for my sister, for my cousins. And they just kept on asking. I was at the mall, and it was unbelievable. You can tuck her in. It's a long tee, and you will absolutely what? Absolutely love her. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy. Yes, darlings, the links are below. Go ahead and get yours. If we sell out, I will order more. All right? Love you, and thank you. Mwah. Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? I'm not laughing today. Today I feel bad. I feel sad. I couldn't sleep. And Ashlee Jenae, as I just found out, her real name is Ashlee Robinson. So you already know that this took me all the way to Shanquella Robinson, and I was just in tears. Shanquella Robinson's passing has haunted me all these years. And I die little deaths. I do. That we never truly and absolutely got justice for her. I don't know why that passing took to me. And now here I am again with Ashlee Jenae Robinson. I don't believe she committed suicide. I don't believe it. Doesn't make sense to me. And I did an episode yesterday with what I had. And of course, as we all know, new information begins to pour out. We now find out that Ashlee and her fiancé had such a terrible quarrel. Such a terrible quarrel, such a fight, that the hotel staff had to separate them in different rooms. Do you remember yesterday when I said that she had to know the hotel room, that how long was she alone? How long was she alone for her to do this? Because if you're on a holiday together, you're usually together, especially when you've just been proposed to. Prime of your life, where you're looking to get married, have children, you're enjoying your content career, and your life is taken like that, who benefits? And why would it be you? Let's start with the very easy questions. Where did she find the rope?
That's what
You see, to do something like this,
on holiday,
to, delete yourself via hanging, the rope, the timing, you have to know the hotel well enough to know that you can do this and get away with it. Where was he that he left her long enough for her to do this? Because the last time I checked, if I am going with my husband, with my fiancé when we were on honeymoon, we went together. We bathed together. Do you see what I'm talking about? If you ask the questions, you get some answers. So she was in a hotel room by herself, and he was in a hotel room by himself. That's a lie. And I want to have the surveillance cameras. I want to have the hotel staff that decided upon themselves that this was such a heated argument that they decided that they had to separate each other, on top of the fact that they felt that she might be suicidal. This feels like a jigsaw puzzle. Let's put the places and pieces in place so that it looks copacetic. Let me drop another bombshell. The owner of the hotel is white. Yeah. But you know what? Let me stop here and let us go into an interview. Take a listen.
I just spoke to the family of Ashlee Robinson. She's the 31-year-old influencer who was on vacation with her fiancé celebrating her birthday. He actually proposed on the trip. But something crazy happened. She was having a good time. Her family said she was very excited to be there, shared pictures with the family, FaceTimed them when she was proposed to. But they released a statement saying that Ashlee was found unconscious in her villa and was rushed to a local hospital where her death was confirmed hours later. I spoke to Robinson's parents. Here's some of what they had to say.
It doesn't make any sense. She was traveling with her, with her boyfriend, and he was taking what was supposed to be a celebratory trip to celebrate her birthday that was coming, and they were in a gorgeous place in Africa and happy. Everything that we knew was that she was supposed to be happy, and she was engaged. She celebrated her birthday thereafter, and then she's just gone. We're confused about how that could change so drastically.
What can you tell us in terms of how you found out, and have you spoken to her fiancé?
I was initially contacted by him to let me know that something had occurred and that she was in the hospital, but it was very limited communication and not with a lot of detail. I asked him, when it happened and where it happened, and he told me that something had occurred 11 hours prior to when he was reaching out to me.
We found out that our daughter had passed from the hotel. The fiancé did not reach out to us at all.
Do you believe that Joe McCann had something to do with your daughter's death?
Yes.
We don't have, it's under investigation, and we don't know what went on.
It's under investigation, and like we said, we just want transparency. Just let us know.
I want to make sure that everybody is fully aware that she was a light. She was a light. She was a beautiful person, and this doesn't align with who she is.
Understandably, the family really didn't want to talk about Joe McCann, the man who proposed to their daughter. When you go online, you can see he's the CEO of Asymmetric, which is a venture capital company that invests in crypto companies. But the point is, the family wants answers. They don't understand why they haven't been able to reach Joe. They don't understand why he wasn't more forthcoming about what exactly happened to their daughter. And it's why they said they're speaking out. Next steps for them, they said, is trying to get to Zanzibar so they can get to the bottom of what happened.
Okay, you know what? Let's catch a breath. Let's catch a breath, yeah? hypothetically say, the woman that you love, you have a lover's spat. Let's just hypothetically say you have a lover's spat, you quarrel, whatever, yeah? And she did this to herself. Would you not be so inconsolable that people around you would not even be able to understand what you're saying? Would you not call her parents right away, even apologize that this happened on your watch? I know that I would not leave Zanzibar with her still there. I would not even refer to her body. I would still refer to her in present time. And I would have told the parent, talking to the parents on a constant, regular basis, saying, I'm waiting for you guys to come, and I am not coming back without her. Don't you think that that's something that he would have said? Don't you think that he would have made a public statement to say that this is what happened? Where we would have said, look at the bereaved spouse or partner. None of that. Even Cardi B came out here in these streets and said, you know what, let me just get my computer because there's a lot that we're going to talk about here. Even Cardi B said the girl did not off herself. It doesn't ring true. I saw a lot of stuff in the comments. Listen to this. I actually met this man. We're referring to Joe now. I actually met this man before in Miami, and he's a weirdo. I met him through partying with a friend. I wish I would have come across this woman because I would have warned her straight up. I know I'm just a random on the internet and most people won't believe me, which is fine. But I know for a fact this man may have did it or definitely knows who did it. He is very weird and sick. Typical crypto finance bro weirdo. He also recently lost a big investment. I said this yesterday. I said follow the money. Look at the money.
My daughter Ashlee, she's no longer here with us, and we're trying to find out why.
On April 5th, influencer Ashlee Robinson, who goes by Ashlee Jenae on Instagram, was celebrating her 31st birthday in Zanzibar, Tanzania. She was on the vacation with her boyfriend of 1 year, who popped the question just 2 days before.
She was starting the next chapter of her life. She called us and FaceTimed us to share with us her travel.
Ashlee's mother says she never would have expected that less than a week later her daughter would be dead. On April 8th, she says Ashlee called saying she and her fiancé got into an argument and were moved to separate rooms. The next day she received another call, this time from her fiancé.
He told me that Ashlee did something to herself and that she was being taken to the hospital. I said, what happened, when? And he told me it had been 11 hours prior.
Hours later, the luxury resort the couple was staying at called saying that Ashlee passed away. According to the hospital's medical report, Ashlee had an unidentified mark around her neck. They wrote, according to her husband, he found she hung herself on the door with several question marks.
Sometime Jill went back to the room with security, and that's how they found her.
Ashlee was also taken to a second hospital, who listed her cause of death as cerebral hypoxia by strangulation and suffocation.
She's never done anything that would ever lead me to believe that she would do something to harm herself.
How was he paying for these credit cards? Did he have cash on him? It's so important because sometimes we are looking and thinking, oh, this is a fabulous couple, you know, all glossy and everything. Everything that shines is not what? Is not gold. She goes on to say, this man is known to be abrasive and weird in the head. Even my experience of meeting him was weird. He is a very arrogant and strong personality weirdo. Joe McCann has poor business practices and he is truly weirdo. You see how many times she calls him a weirdo? He also has a history of being violent and abusive. He also is what? He also is divorced from his previous wife recently with multiple kids under the age of 4 years old. Yesterday I said it. Look to the relationships of his past. Find out if he has dated other black women. I said it. Let's go on. He chose Tanzania because the country has no good relations with USA. You know, yesterday I talked about politics. Right now, Tanzanians are in the banned list. He also chose a place where police can easily be bribed. Rest in peace, Ashlee. Oh my God. When I tell you I'm sick to my stomach. Killed her in a country that idolizes white people. They will never do a thorough investigation. He didn't even call her parents to inform them. It was the hotel staff that called them. The fiancé, as it was reported, had disagreements and later hotel management decided to separate their rooms. What kind of disagreement? What kind of high voltage disagreement did they have that they had to separate them? That means that it was heated. I bring this up again because a heated argument does not flip all the way for you now to say, let me delete myself. Let me take a piece of cloth from my wardrobe and do this in the closet. So we have a closet in the room, or we have that perhaps she had done this on a tree somewhere outside. So the woman had her own room and the man had his own room. The police commander said the matter was reported at Nwogi police station after hotel staff raised an alarm that a guest was suspected to be suicidal. If your significant other is suicidal, is that when you leave her in a country that she's never been before? That the staff now have to take over because you are unable to control yourself and to control the situation, where you brought a woman here to a room that is $950 a night, and you came over there to fight. It didn't occur to you that maybe she might be frightened, that she might be scared. What is it exactly you told her? Did you tell her that you didn't want to marry her again? Did you tell her that you had changed your mind? Did you tell her that perhaps you had other relationships of which she did not know and she was only finding out now? Was it a situation that maybe she might be pregnant and you said you didn't want the pregnancy? I'm only asking questions because nobody is asking these questions. And as we know in Africa, let's call it all the way 100, money buys everything, including silence. She was still alive when the matter was reported to the police. She was rescued and taken to the hospital. However, she passed away the following day, Friday the 10th. Her birthday was the 5th. For 5 days, we didn't hear zilch from Ashlee. We didn't hear anything. We didn't see anything. There was no activity on her Instagram page. So what happened in those 4 days? Why was it that it took him 2 days? He called the family 2 days after the fact. It was the hotel that called the family. What was he trying to cover up? What kind of shock was he in? Where is he now? Because this has really almost gone viral as far as I'm concerned. I'm just asking questions. Look at the mom and dad. They most probably will be around my own age. They might have had her, because she's only 31. They might be in their late 50s. They might have had her in their 20s. I don't know. But we do know that Joe looks like he's in his 40s. much older than Ashlee. Ah, God. He said the body remained in Tanzania pending further examination before arrangements for repatriation to the US are made. Joe has all of this money. Under the circumstances, he couldn't stay in Tanzania with her. Dead or alive. Where are you going? What would be more important than now? Your life has been turned upside down. This was supposed to be your future wife and the future mother to your children. To join the club of the others. According to circulating social media reports, Robinson had traveled to Zanzibar to celebrate her birthday, which was the 5th of April. During the trip, McCann allegedly surprised her with a marriage proposal during a safari, an event later described by the family as memorable. The couple was staying at the Zuri Zanzibar resort when the incident occurred. How? How could this have happened? Because I truly believe that he set this up. I believe that maybe they had an argument. I believe that. And I believe he lost his temper. Because you see, we need to have pictures, autopsy. We need to have all of the evidence. We need to see all of this. Because the crime scene has been tampered with already. The room might have even been cleaned out and already up for somebody else who's going to move in there. Austin Null says the facts. They had a disagreement and hotel staff separated them and put them in different rooms. She was found dead shortly after. The disagreement while on vacation in Africa getting engaged on her birthday made her hang herself. F out of here. Arrest him. But he's bought his way out because they had 2 days to plot and plan exactly what they would say. A lot of my African American and Black American sisters and brothers in the comment section said, just on our history alone, we would not use that choice to delete ourselves. Because we know what that is to us. We would never do it. I agree. I would never do that to myself. If I was to, I would not take that form of deletion. I just wouldn't. Another one said, so police just agreed what the suspect told him. That's what I'm trying to say. Because you see, Tanzania now is in hot water. They want this thing hushed up. They want it to be done and they want to move on. But you see, we have social media and the math ain't mathing. Zanzibar police have said the fiancé of a 31-year-old US lifestyle influencer who died on the island is neither detained nor under investigation, as authorities maintain that the case is suicide. North Uganda Police Commander Benedict Mampurija said there was no grounds to take legal action against Joe McCann following the death of Ashlee Robinson, also known as Ashlee Jenae. We can't take legal action or detain him under these circumstances, he said, adding that investigators found no evidence linking to the fiancé to criminal activity. According to police, the couple had traveled to Zanzibar for a holiday but later had disagreements, prompting hotel management to allocate them separate rooms. I need to speak to the hotel management. The incident occurred on the 9th of April when Robinson allegedly hanged herself using a piece of cloth inside a wardrobe. What piece of cloth was this? She was found alive after hotel staff alerted police and was rushed to hospital but died the following day. The commander, Mampurija, said the man had been cooperating with the police. This is a heart-smoking mess, and I do not believe it. I could not sleep yesterday. As hard as I tried, I could not sleep. because I know Ashlee is crying for justice. My deepest condolences to her parents. Yes, you have to go. You can imagine their lives have been turned upside down. You can imagine now they have expenses now. And they have to bring their, oh my God. They have to bring their daughter in a casket. I am going to follow this story. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe one word. Joe, you did this. You did this. And you will pay. Don't forget to like, to subscribe. Hit the notification button, and I will see you sooner than later.
Guys, my name is ENITAN, hair coach. I am UK's first ever hair coach and a trichologist. We are a team of trichologists and hair coaches here in W6 London, and we help those who are desperate and have tried and everything else has failed. We look after those who have chronic scalp concerns, flaky, itchy scalp that's been going on for many years. We help those that have hair loss that has progressed instead of improved, and we help those that just generally want to have a better understanding of better quality hair, length, volume, and reduce that dryness. Visit us by clicking